Hi, welcome back to Hot Topics TV, y'all. If you've never been here before, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into this story. This one is very interesting. Let me tell you something, right? This young lady that we're about to talk about that lost her life in this incident, there's a lot of rumors that are swirling in these streets. The story is not new. It's been out for about a couple of days now. However, what I'm bringing you today is what the streets are saying. They saying this is a hit, y'all. This was a hit that was put out on her. Why? Let me just say, she is connected to a lot of people in powerful positions. Politicians, people in the entertainment industry, etc., etc., etc. Let your mind run wild. However, let's get into the whole details of the story, what really went down, right? So, a social media personality was killed when she was in an Uber, and they ambushed the Uber. Multiple gunmen ambushed the Uber. Now, you got to ask yourself, who wanted her so bad that multiple gunmen would come at you at the same damn time? Shout out to Daily Mail UK for this one. So she in the Uber, she was riding in the Uber, she was on her way home, and gunmen came out of nowhere, a bunch of them, as she was making her way home from a notorious Atlanta strip club where she had been dancing. Now, it's said that this wasn't just a night out dancing with the girls. She works at the strip club. She dances. She's a dancer, as well as a social media influencer, as well as she got many different bags. You know what I'm saying? That's the way the world is today. You could be something on social media and make a bit of money out of it. An influencer. You could model clothing for Fashion Nova and all other kinds of places, business, brands, whatever. She does all that. And she's in a strip club too. Who goes to the strip club? Politicians, pastors, people in the entertainment industry, big wig executives, CEO of Fortune 500 companies, etc., etc. So she gets to be around a certain group of people, and she has her list of clientele, favorites that would come there just to see her. I think this applies to pretty much any stripper that has a banging body and really does her thing in a strip club. She probably has a list of guys who she calls her favorite, like they come to see her. Sometimes relationships get out of hand, and then people want more out of it than what they're supposed to get out of it. I'll explain later. Let's get into the story. In a panicked 911 call, the Uber driver, fearful to look out of the car and expose himself to gunfire, he was on the phone. He told the officer, "Somebody in my car is shot." The Uber driver had a thick accent, and a lot of people are angry. Some are angry at the Uber driver, but most people are angry at the 911 dispatcher who took the call. People are saying, damn, why is she so calm? It's a medical emergency. The first thing you should have done was dispatch. Listen, the woman has to be calm on the 911 end. If she's not calm and she goes into a panic, she's going to make the people who are really in a bad situation go into a panic. Anyways, her name is Teisha Brewley. She's 31 years old. She was in the back of his Chevy Escalade. That don't sound right. Cadillac Escalade. Chevy Escalade. She was in the back of his Cadillac Escalade at about 4:30 a.m. early morning, Tuesday, when a car came under fire from shooters in two different vehicles who collectively fired more than 20 rounds, according to the driver. Two vehicles came for her. Multiple men in two vehicles fired more than 20 rounds at her, knowing she was in that Uber. They were trying to catch her, right? Somebody said, make sure she's dead. Brewley, who is a Guyanese influencer who went by the name Tavi Baddie, she been on the way from the famous strip club called Allure, where she danced regularly. She was heading to her nice little upscale home in Buckhead, in the Buckhead neighborhood in the north of the city. This is according to Channel 2 Action News. Police says that they believe that she was targeted. It was a targeted attack, but no suspects have been identified. They slid on a gang, but it seemed like they're not going to be able to find who did it. But this is America. They usually find who did it. Anyways, shout out to my Guyanese family. The deadly attack comes just months after a Senate committee rejected a proposal for the neighborhood to secede from Atlanta and become its own neighborhood, its own city. A more driven by conservative residents who claimed that the Democratic-run city wasn't doing enough to fight crime. So they wanted to be, because it's kind of wealthy over there. But anyways, take a listen to this call right quick. Let me increase my volume so you can hear the call, and we'll go on.
Atlanta 911, operator 310. What's the address of your emergency?
I don't know. I'm in the road. Somebody shot us.
Where are you?
I don't know which street I am. Because somebody shot in the...
Someone shot at your car?
No, somebody shot in my car. I'm one driver.
Okay, listen. I need to know where you are.
Lindbergh Drive.
Lindbergh Drive and what?
And I can't get... I'm scared to somebody shot me to see this.
Lindbergh and what? Piedmont?
Lindbergh and... yeah.
Piedmont?
Somebody
Listen, sir. I want you to listen, okay?
Somebody killed in my car.
Okay, listen. I need to know where you are. Are you at Lindbergh and Piedmont?
Lindbergh, you want me to get out from the car and I see?
Huh?
Lindbergh and the Adina.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to put the ambulance on the line. Hold on.
Okay.
Grady EMS, operator 992. What's the address of your emergency? Hey, Grace, Atlanta. He said he's at Lindbergh Drive and Adina Drive. Lindbergh and Adina. He said someone's been shot in his car. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, somebody shot in my car. Huh?
Say your street name for me.
Lindbergh and Adina.
And sorry, is someone shot or did someone shoot at your car?
Yeah. Somebody shot in my car.
Or you've been shot?
No, I don't know. I don't think so I'm shot. But somebody shot. My customer is...
Okay. Sir, are you saying someone is inside your car shot or just your car is shot?
No, somebody in my car is shot.
Okay, the person, is they breathing?
Yeah, I see. Some breathing.
Do you have it yet, Grady? Lindbergh Drive and Adina Drive. Someone shot in his car.
Damn. It took them 2 minutes. Over 2 minutes. Almost 3 minutes to establish that. Now, I know, man, I could do a separate video about that 911 call. I don't think that 911 call was handled properly. But anyways, so the Uber driver told Channel 2 Action News that after he picked up Brewley from the club, he was immediately tailed by 2 cars. After, his accent's pretty thick, so his English is not his first language. That's obvious. So he was telling the news station that after he picked up the person that we talking about in question, 2 cars immediately started to trail him. And after driving for around a mile or so, the shooters from both cars pulled up and opened fire on his Uber. A recording of that phone conversation in which the Uber driver, who was uninjured, called 911 after his car was showered with bullets, was released by the Atlanta Police Department on Wednesday, which is what I just played for you so you can hear it. Now, when the dispatch officer answered the phone, the driver told her, "I'm in the road. Somebody shot us." The officer pressed for his location, but he was fearful of looking out the window to see the street that he was on or looking up to see his GPS. He was ducked down because bullets were flying. I don't know where I am, is what he said. I am scared. Somebody will shot. He's probably trying to say somebody will shoot me. I'm scared somebody will shoot me if I put my head up to see the street. They're over there and then they passed him to the medical people, EMS. And they're asking him to spell the name of the street, bruh. Somebody killed in my car. Sir, are you saying that your car was shot or somebody is shooting in your car or somebody is shot in your... like, that became so complicated under duress. When asked for the address again, he said, "You want me to get out the car and see?" When asked if the person was breathing that he said got shot in the car, he said, "Yeah, I see some breathing." When EMS crews eventually arrived, they found a female with multiple gunshot wounds and pronounced the victim deceased on the spot. Damn. Now let me get this. They were obviously watching her from before she even left the club. They were watching her. This was planned because the Uber driver said as soon as a Cadillac Escalade is not a little vehicle, and the windows are tinted up pretty dark. So for them to be so accurate to deliver multiple gunshot wounds to this individual without hitting the Uber driver, that's targeted. That's real targeted. And this is some real good. These are some real good shooters. These weren't no high block boys, gunslingers, gangster wannabes that just shot up a car with the ops in it. This is a targeted hit by people that knew how to shoot and hit the target. Brewley's death came days after she celebrated her 31st birthday. She just turned 31. Various clips that were posted to her Instagram profile showed her performing at Allure hours before she was ambushed. Now, originally from Georgetown, Guyana, she was said to have moved to Atlanta with her brother. In Georgia, she worked as a dancer and an OnlyFans model, and occasionally she starred in her own rap music videos because she did rap too, and she was trying to be an artist that was established as well. So she was making the rounds, rubbing elbows, politicking, networking. That's what it's called. Atlanta is a hub, and if you really want to make it in certain types of industries, Atlanta is a good place to start, right? So she was right in the hub of everything. Obviously, she was making life good enough to be able to live in an upscale neighborhood in that part of the city. Well, I don't know what else came with that. I don't know who she crossed. I don't know what this was about. I'm starting to think, was she signed to any record label? And did they have a insurance policy out on her? That's just a random question I'm asking. So Guyanese news outlet Stay Broke News referred to her by her name, Teisha Brewley, which is her real name. No one's been caught so far in the incident, but this is how it's going. Listen to this again. Listen to this part.
Atlanta 911 non-emergency, operating 0688. How can we help you today?
Hello, this is ADT Security. We're calling to report a mobile panic alert for an Uber customer. He stated he ordered an Uber for a friend who hasn't arrived to his location yet, and the driver's location is showing to be in one spot for a long period of time.
Who did he order the Uber for?
The female's name,
And
he did state when he last spoke with her. He activated this emergency alert at 4:34.
10 minutes. What time was she picked up?
He did not state that. He did say she was supposed to have arrived at his location by 4:31, and she had not. It's showing to be almost right there at the corner of Lindbergh and Adina.
All right, so you can wrap your mind around that, right? She's a dancer, stripper at a strip club. She's leaving the strip club at 4 something in the morning, and some guy in a ritzy neighborhood orders her a Cadillac Escalade SUV. Now you know when you order an Uber, you could choose what size vehicle you could get. If you go as big as like you traveling with a party of 8, so you're gonna choose a big vehicle, right? They'll show up usually in something that's new and nice, luxury looking, like a Uber, like a Cadillac Escalade. Anyhow, what man is saying come over at 4 something in the morning? This is obviously, I don't think this is her going home, and she could call her own Uber if she was heading to her own house. Obviously, she was heading to somebody else's house, and this person was tracking her because you can ride share on Uber on the app. If somebody is going somewhere, say for instance, you're sending your wife somewhere to go get something done, or your son or daughter, you can track where their Uber is traveling, and you can watch the whole journey all the way till it makes it to the destination. So if it stops anywhere, you can see it on your phone screen. So that's what happened here. And he was there waiting for her to arrive, and the vehicle was just stuck at one place. And so he made a call, basically like a wellness check, 911. Could y'all go check this out? Something is funny. And it turns out that's the Uber that was shot up with her in the back. In a separate call that was released by police, a security company, which is ADT, called on behalf of a man who they say ordered the Uber. It wasn't her that got the Uber to go home. It was a man that ordered the Uber for her to come over to him. The caller says that they received a mobile panic alert from a Uber customer. He stated that he ordered the Uber for a friend that hasn't arrived to his location yet, and the driver's location is showing to be in one spot for a long time. Right now, this appears to be a targeted incident, is what Deputy Chief Charles Hampton Jr. of the Atlanta Police Department said. A targeted incident. We don't have much to give out. Various witnesses have said that there's some time of sedan just due to the daylight and the nighttime and the night lights at whatever the hell he was trying to say there. He says we really don't know the vehicle color. It looked like some kind of a sedan. It might be a light colored sedan. He spoke a bunch of gibberish for a minute. He nervous. Everybody is trying to figure this out or trying to hide whatever it is they're trying to hide. We're just asking anyone who saw anything or heard anything to call Crime Stoppers and where they can remain anonymous. The driver came to a halt in the middle of Lindenberg Drive near Adina Drive, just 1 block from where Brewley lived. Resident told Channel 2 Action News. So she was killed 1 block away from where she actually lived. One woman who heard the shots said that she stayed at the scene after talking to police and talking to Brewley's brother. He told her he didn't know anyone who would want to hurt his sister. Turns out she only lives on the next block over, witness Johari Humbles said. So she's less than a block away from her home at the red light. Another witness, Nick Taylor, told the station that he didn't see who was following the black Escalade, but the gunshots woke me up. It sounded like a war out here was going on. He said, I was shook. I mean, usually when you hear gunshots, it's like pow, 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 like 1, 2, or 3, something like that. And it's over with a quick little 2-second something. But that one, that sounded like a good 20 seconds of just shots going off. Bow, 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 bow. The stretch of road on which the Escalade was stopped at the time of the ambush is one of the busiest in the Lindbergh Martin Manor neighborhood of northeast Atlanta, part of Greater Buckhead. Allure, the infamous Cheshire Bridge Road strip club, is famous for hosting numerous celebrities, including Drake, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, you name them, they've been there. The club opened in 2018, and since then, they've also been the site of various shootings and violence. It goes down at Allure quite a lot, is what reports are saying. Now, locals have actually petitioned for that particular club, Allure, to have its license revoked, citing gunfire, crime, noise, littering, traffic, just all kinds of the neighbors or the people are basically saying in the surrounding communities it's not a good addition to our area. And they have a petition that they signed on change.org that was started in 2018 when the club first opened, because as soon as it opened, there was drama with it. Now, on May 12th, a security guard at that same club was shot by a man in a nearby car park, but he survived with only a grazed bullet at the time. March 25th, 25-year-old man was shot outside the club when he was confronted by a group of men again, and that was reported on 11 Alive. Last April, a new effort was launched to close that same club down after a gunfight involving 30 or 40 bullets fired in that one incident terrified the daylights out of the neighbors. One resident told Channel 2 Action News at the time that you are awakened to gunfire in the middle of the morning and you are having to dive on top of your children to protect them from bullets that are flying. Allure, the club, the establishment, posted a tribute to Brewley on Instagram and announced a candlelit vigil in her honor outside of the club at 8:30 p.m. on Thursday. I don't think anybody is going to show up to that, or if they show up, they better put on a bulletproof vest, because whoever did her like that really wanted her dead, and they might just come back and shoot up the damn memorial or whatever vigil they got going on. Now, this is the rumored story. Allure is kind of a meeting place for a whole lot of people who got money and power. And, you know, the little Caribbean girl with the accent and all these things, there are people there who she was involved with. Rumor has it, the streets are saying, I'm not saying it's factual, they said that she got involved with somebody who's pretty powerful and she was milking them. Milking them as in, I got pictures, I got videos of us, I could send them to your wife. The person who she was doing that to is in a committed relationship. It is said that it's a marriage and they have a whole family, wife and kids and whatever, and this person is also in a position of power. So if this comes to light that he's caught up with some stripper from an Atlanta strip club, this could turn out to be very bad. I don't know if it's a person in the entertainment industry or if it's a person in politics. What the streets are saying that it is somebody in politics. I don't know. I'm just the messenger, and I'm letting you know that it's a rumor. I hope they find whoever did this, and I hope we get the full story sometime soon. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and I'll catch you on the next video. It's Hot Topics TV. I'm out. Peace.